In World War II, soldiers had many names for their weapons, but few nicknames were as brutal or as honest as this one. The M45 Quadmount, known by U.S. troops as the meat grinder. A rotating steel turret armed with 4.50 caliber Browning machine guns, capable of unleashing more than 33 rounds every second, tearing enemy aircraft out of the sky and shredding ground targets with terrifying speed. Today, we're diving into the history, evolution, and combat legacy of one of the most feared anti-aircraft weapons of the 20th century, the M45. If you enjoy deep military history and weapon analysis, make sure to hit like and subscribe to help this channel grow. Now, let's fire up the meat grinder. After the shock of Pearl Harbor, the U.S. Army realized a hard truth: their forces were vulnerable from above. American infantry and artillery moved quickly across the battlefield, often mounted on trucks or half-tracks, but their air defenses couldn't keep up. The Axis powers, especially in North Africa and Europe, relied heavily on low-flying aircraft, including dive bombers and fighter bombers, to disrupt supply lines and attack advancing troops. The U.S. Army needed a solution, and fast. By late 1942, after early fighting in North Africa, American engineers developed a compact, electrically powered anti-aircraft turret that could be deployed almost anywhere, the M45 Quadmount. It was simple, it was rugged, it was deadly, and very soon it would become one of the most iconic weapons of the war. The M45 was essentially a rotating open-top turret equipped with 4 M2 Browning .50 caliber heavy machine guns, powered traverse and elevation motors, a range of -10 degrees to +90 degrees, a 360-degree firing arc. The turret was mounted on either the M20 trailer, towed by trucks, or the iconic M16 half-track, turning it into a fast-moving anti-aircraft vehicle. Each M2 Browning fired 500 rounds per minute. 4 of them together meant 2,000 rounds per minute, 33 rounds per second. The result? A solid wall of .50 caliber fire, capable of ripping wings, engines, and cockpits to pieces. A single gunner controlled the turret using electric motors, while 2 loaders fed ammunition belts into the guns. The system could also fire 1 gun at a time to prevent overheating, allowing it to sustain long periods of continuous fire. Its deadly efficiency earned it many nicknames, but Meat Grinder is the one that stuck. The M45 entered combat during the invasion of Sicily in July 1943. From there, it became a standard low-altitude air defense weapon for U.S. ground forces. Primary targets. The M45 was designed to destroy aircraft flying low, usually under 400 meters, particularly German Stuka dive bombers, FW-190 fighter bombers, and any aircraft attempting strafing runs against Allied troops. And it excelled. The concentration of .50 caliber fire was so intense that Luftwaffe pilots quickly learned to avoid American formations protected by quad mounts. Ground use. But soldiers soon discovered something surprising. The M45 was just as devastating against ground targets. Its high rate of fire shredded infantry, light vehicles, soft-skinned trucks, machine gun nests, and even lightly armored vehicles. In many frontline accounts, the M45 is remembered more for its ground attack effectiveness than for shooting down planes. When the jet age began after World War II, the M45 quickly became outdated as an anti-aircraft system. Early jets flew too fast and too high for the Quadmount to remain effective. But the weapon found new life on the battlefield. Korean War. In Korea, the M45 was used extensively as a ground support weapon, providing fire superiority against massed infantry assaults and defensive positions. Vietnam War. The jungles of Vietnam made the M45 valuable once again. Mounted mainly on M16 half-tracks and trucks, it became a powerful convoy escort weapon, perimeter defense system, and anti-infantry and anti-ambush tool. Its raw firepower remained unmatched. As more advanced systems arrived, the M45 continued serving because it was simple, rugged, and terrifyingly effective. Today, the M45 Quadmount lives on as a symbol of American firepower in World War II and the Cold War. Its design influenced later multi-gun turrets and mobile anti-aircraft platforms, and its legendary reputation, a mix of reliability, mobility, and overwhelming firepower, solidifies it as one of the most significant support weapons of its time. The M45 didn't just defend infantry. It defended supply lines, assaults, convoys, and entire divisions. In the hands of U.S. troops, it became a weapon no enemy wanted to face. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of the M45 Quadmount, the American meat grinder, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Tell me in the comments, which World War II weapon should we cover next? Thanks for watching.